Welcome you all students. Again I come up with a question from projection of solids. Okay. So let me read out the question first so that you will get what it is been given in the question. A pentagonal pyramid, side of base 30 mm and 60 mm long is lying with one of its triangular face on the HP and axis parallel to VP. Draw its projection. Okay. So let me take what are the given data and the question. What are the things given? What about the object? Here the object is a pentagonal pyramid. And what about the dimensions? About the side is given 30 mm and its height is given as 60 mm. Okay. And then what about the resting with, it is given lying, it stands for resting. Okay. Resting with one of its triangular face. Usually we used to get one of the base edges resting, something like that, or one of the base corner is resting, but here it is triangular face, so it is notable on HP, right? Afterwards, about the axis inclination, there is no clue, and it is given axis is parallel to VP. Okay, there is no inclination. So these are the data has been given in the questions. For this, we are going to get the projection and we are going to form the final front view and final top view, right? So for this, take the reference line first of all. Take the reference line X, Y. Above it's a VP and below it's HP as per the first angle projection. And then think about the position. Always when you are having the simple position, we used to say just go and search for the axis inclination. Okay, if the axis is inclined to HP, you have to keep axis perpendicular to HP. If the axis is inclined to VP, have to keep axis perpendicular to VP, something like that. So from there we will be getting the simple position and going with the order, the special condition or axis inclination. Am I right? So here in the first simple position and the second, the special condition. Okay, fine. So here this is the object. So from this base we can say it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a pentagonal pyramid. The pentagonal pyramid is concerned. It has one base and this is the apex. These are the region we call it as triangular faces. And these are the slant edges. Okay, fine. How the condition is given? The triangular face resting on HP. If I consider this ground as a horizontal plane and this board as a vertical plane, one of its triangular face is resting on HP and the axis is parallel to VP. The axis which is connecting the center of the bottom base and the apex should be parallel to what? VP. So the exact position of the object is something like this. For this we are going to take the front view and top view. How shall we take this simple position here? Here there is no axis inclination in the question. So how will you find it? Indirectly it is given. When you are keeping the object something like this parallel to VP and making the triangular face, one of the triangular face on HP, definitely if you see the axis, it will be inclined to HP. So it must be in the simple position something like this. Okay, it must be kept on HP with its base axis perpendicular to where? HP. Since it is placed something like this, definitely the initial position should be kept axis perpendicular to HP. If you see the axis is, in the reality, when you are keeping the triangular face on HP, it is inclined. Okay, fine. So here, when you are keeping something like this, okay, in the top view we could able to see the true shape of the object. In the front view we could able to see the height of the object. Okay, and since the triangular face is kept at the triangular face is lying, we need to keep one of the base at the right side. as a condition. Then only when you are tilting it, the triangular face will rest on HP. Okay. So here we are going to construct the pentagon by keeping one of its edge at the right side. Okay. When you are getting the observation, in the top view we will be seeing the true shape. So here in the top view I have taken it. Okay. We know the procedure. The adjacent sides of the pentagon is with 108 degree. So by keeping your protractor, take 108 degree lines both ends. Okay. So that you will get the things like this. It's with 30 mm. So first initially you must draw with 30 mm and afterwards take it in your compass, and from this end go for a cut mark, from this end go for a cut mark, right? And afterwards from here go for a cut mark, and from here go for a cut mark, so that you will get the trace like this. So this is a pentagon. So nowadays we are familiar to construct the pentagon and all, so no issues in the constructing it. It's a true shape, so go for a dark line. Afterwards we need a center in order to specify the apex. How will you find it? How will you find it? From just have a midpoint for any of the side and take it to the next or opposite corner. Take it to the opposite corner. In the same manner I am going to take midpoint for this adjacent side, and from from that point I am going to take a line to the opposite corner. So it will be like this. So this is the point O, which is apex. When you are keeping the object like this and getting the observation, all the slant edges are visible. So make all the slant edge as a dark one. Okay. Make all the slant edge as a dark one. If you give the base, I can say this is A, this is B, C, D and E. All the slant edges O to A, O to B, O to C, O to D, O to E are a visible one. Go to the front view. It's a familiar one. Take the projector from each and every corner so that you get the traces like this, Same manner E and B will be coming in the same projector line when you have the good construction of pentagon. Okay. So this is how the traces will be. What about the axis height? Axis height is 60 mm, right? 60 mm. It's a pyramid, so no need of the projector to the next level. It is up to the XY line is enough. So take 60 mm in your compass and have a cut mark. Have a cut, so that you can get the triangular face of your pentagon. So this is how the object will be. Okay. When you are getting the observation from the front, A, B, C will be a visible one. A, B and C will be visible one. It's a front view dash mark. And D and E will be invisible. D just behind C. So nearby it I am going to take D dash, and E just behind B. So nearby B I am going to take A dash. The edges like O to A is a visible from the front. O to D is a visible. Okay, it's a apex O dash, and O to B is a visible one. O to E and O to C is a, O to D is a invisible one. It just lies behind B to O and C to O. So we are not specifying it. Okay. So this is the front view for this simple position. Afterwards we shall move to the next second stage, that means special condition. Here the triangular face is resting. Am I right? Triangular face is resting. So here we have fixed the condition CD to come on the right side. So it is given resting with one of its triangular face on HP. Am I right? So I am going to take the triangular face OCD on the HP plane. Triangular face OCD on the HP plane. I am going to make the object something like this. Right now this is the observation. It's a front view and top view. Now I am going to tilt the object something like this. Okay, fine. So for that, first take edge C2O and D2O on the XY line. It is easy how to take C2O and D2O on the XY line. Take the point which is nothing but C and D1 dash. C and D1 dash. And in order to specify O, take the measurement from C to O, and by keeping at the XY have a point. This would be O1 dash. Right? Afterwards, our ultimate aim is to bring the object in the manner just triangular face lying on HP, right? So think about this A dash. Two of the triangular corners are what? Identified in the second stage front view, right? So the A should be specified so that we can make the triangular faces. So concentrate on A, for which take the measurement C to A. What is the measurement? By keeping at C, have a cut. From O to A, get the measurement. By keeping at O, have a cut. So it will be like this. So if I join the cutted point and the cut to O, you get the object, the same replica in the order manner, triangular face resting on HP. So this is the A1 dash. Now intermediate slant edges to be conveyed. So for which take the measurement D2, B. What is the measurement? By keeping at C, have a cut so that you will get B1 dash and E1 dash. Axis, take the measurement from one of the ends. I am taking from the C, conveyed so that you will get the axis. So this is the axis. This is the axis. Okay, and the edge B2O is a visible one, so make as a dark one. What other things are visible in the previous stage? It must be taken as a visible. So take as a dark line. Okay, fine. We have completed it. What is next? The final top view. So for that, take the projector from each and every corners. Take the projector from each and every corner, something like this. The trace will be getting like this. And afterwards, from the previous stage, get the horizontal projectors. So the trace will be like this. From the A, you will be getting like this. From the C, you will be getting like this. From the B, you will be getting like this. The excess of portion we can remove it. Okay. Now it's a mapping work. Okay. So here is the horizontal A and here is the horizontal A. It is meeting at this particular point. So this would be your A1. Where is B? Horizontal, B vertical. So this is B1. And where is C? Here is a horizontal and vertical. Where it is? Here. So this would be C1. Where is D? Here it is. Alright, here it is. Vertical is coming here. So D1. Where is E? Horizontal, vertical. It is meeting at this. So E1. What is next? The apex should be specified. Horizontal vertex, horizontal line for the vertex and vertical line. So it is meeting at this. So this is O1. What is the next procedure? Now to specify the final top view. All the boundaries should be closed. Whenever it is kept at any position, definitely there should be a boundary. There will be a boundary for any view. So outermost portion you can make as a dark line. O to B, C to B, D to C, D to E. We can make as a dark line. Boundary should be closed. What is next? We must look for the base. It is been in this position. We are taking the top view trace. Okay. When you are keeping like this, when you are getting the observation from the top, when you are looking 90 degree to it, definitely the base will be visible. The base will be visible. When you are getting the observation from the top, base will be visible. So without any confusion, we can make the remaining portion of the base as a dark one. So A to B and A to E, it's a dark line. Okay, then come to the longer edges. Sorry, here comes, it's a pyramid. So it's a slant edge. So slant edge connection, I can say A to O, B to O, C to O, D to O, and E2O. Am I right? So what about the things, some of the things we have connected in the boundary itself. E2O we have connected, B2O we have connected, remaining thing is A2O we need to connect it, C2O and D2O we needs to connect it. Okay. First of all, think about the A2O. A2O. It has been like this: A, B, C, D, E. When you are tilting, this is the A2O slant edge. This is the A2O slant edge. Having the look from the top, A2O is a visible one. So we can make as a dark line. Dark line. This slant edge is visible. Completed. Now concentrate on C2O and D2O. Okay, C2O and D2O. Here A, B, C, D, E. Am I right? C and D. C2O and D2O we need to concentrate. When you are keeping the object something like this, it is at the rear side. When you are having looked from the top, definitely this portion, this triangular portions of C, D, O will be invisible one. So the edge C2O and D2O will be a invisible one. So we can make the C2O in the dashed line, and D2O as a dashed line. Okay, this is also completed. Fine. So we got the final top view and final front view. When you are having the triangular face resting on HP, this is what we need to make the projection. Okay. Here you can see when it is lying on what HP plane, it is making some inclination with respect to HA. Am I right? That's why in the simple position we kept axis perpendicular to HP. Have you got it? I hope you understood how to construct those things, right? So some of the things like measurement we need to capture in the diagram. Here the base edge measurement is 30 mm. So make the dimension line something like this, and axis above the line you can make as a 30 mm. And what about the height of the object, the pyramid, which is 60 mm. So right above the line as 60, like this. There is no inclination in the question. What is the next thing? All dimensions are in mm. That note is a very important one. Okay. So here we can take all dimensions or in mm. Okay, in a neat manner, how to take it inside the guideline 5 mm gap. Right? Fine. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.